I previously mentioned Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That movie came out in 1982, just before I started high school, that very summer before I started. And it is not only the best high school movie of the 80s, but the best high school movie ever. One of its most noteworthy characters was Jeff Spicoli, a surfer slash stoner, who had such great expressions as, "Hey bud, let's party," and "Oh gnarly." Growing up in SoCal, at that exact time, that was a big part of my vocabulary. My question for you is, what slang terms did you grow up with that became obsolete living in another time and place? In other words, what slang did you used to use, but you can no longer use? Mark. Backed out of a speech, I'm glad you know.
What slang did I used to use that got obsolete in another place? Now, having lived in the islands initially, there is the Caribbean slang, or in Jamaica they call it patois that they speak, and those of you who've been to Jamaica, it's Iriman and Yeman and all these different types of, iterations of the English language. Of course, you're moving to New York, and New Yorkers being from the Northeast, they also have their ways of pronouncing different things. For those who like to go to Greek restaurants, everyone refers to one of their sandwiches as gyros, but in New York it's gyros. After leaving New York and going to the military, I had a good friend who was from Boston, or for those of you from that region, maybe Boston. And one day he was talking to me about a meatball grinder. And I'm like, what is this gentleman talking about? He's talking about a meatball sub. And he mentioned to me about, well, let's go get a drink out of the bubbler. And I'm, bubbler? What is the bubbler? The water fountain, that's right there. So, to answer your question, I have had some experiences with the transition of slang.